horses, and I look through that book every once in a while, so I found all these answers.
That's good. Make sure you come by here, because I recall last week we were giving away a $20 gift certificate for this question. So leave your name here and stop by and pick them up.
Thanks, JJ.
Thanks a lot for getting involved.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye now.
Hey, what more than that? I have it all here. I have a book here.
I'll tell you, that's great that these folks are taking the time to do that.
Oh, yeah,
we
really
appreciate it tremendously.
Really, I asked you folks to get involved, and you sure have. So, I mean, you know, they think that no one cares about horse racing. Well, you know, I think a lot more people care than people really care about.
And JJ, your magnetic charms, a lot of women call here.
Well, that's it.
But we're going to go to Margate. Frank, you're on the air, Frank.
Hey, JJ, how you doing?
Good, buddy. How are you doing?
I can't complain. Quick question.
Go ahead.
Any of you, all three of you, concur on one horse on any given race during a Breeders' Cup?
We're going to come to that, yes.
Yeah. We are.
Okay.
Okay.
Or like one horse, at least
There'll
in
be
one
a couple,
race.
I think, that we both like.
There's a couple that we all like.
But you're giving us a good segue to the next race.
All right, good.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Maybe, Jack, you have another Breeders' Cup moment back there. All right, let's go to the second race, the Juvenile, which should be an interesting little dash. It's a third race at Santa Anita. It's a Juvenile filly, Grade 1. Purse is $1 million. Distance 1 mile and 16th for 2-year-old fillies. And I know they have a bunch in there, Wally.
Mm-hmm.
Sardula with Eddie Delahosa. Stellar Cat with Pat Day. That one went by pretty quick. Tricky Code, Phone Chatter, Coupe de Crew, Chris McCarron, and Bryant Mayberry. There's a name that used to be around here.
Local folks. Matter of fact, we were in the Bryant Mayberry stalls this summer.
Tricky Code. Is that a lost code, Philly?
Yes.
Phone Chatter, and we should. That's the field. Okay. Chris McCarron, Wally. Who's your pick in this one?
A lot of interest to me in this race. I was the proud recipient of Cash Asmussen's book when he was an apprentice, and we won the Eclipse Award. I root for Cash at all times. He's a fine gentleman. He's going to Europe, became the leading rider in France. He's riding a filly called Coupe de Genie for the man who trained Arazi, Mr. Botan. So I'm rooting for him. I don't think he can beat Heavenly Prize. I think Heavenly Prize is a freak. I think Heavenly Prize is a horse probably less than I are going to agree on. What I'm trying to do is give the folks 2 horses in each race so they can get involved in the pick 7. We know all 7 favorites aren't going to win all the races, so I think if there is an upset, it could be Mr. Bouton. He doesn't bring horses from France to here for no reason at all. He brought Cash along with him. I'll take Heavenly Prize easily. Another interesting fact about this race, no juvenile filly has ever gone to the lead and won the Breeders' Cup. Heavenly Prize certainly fits the pattern of coming from behind, and that's the reason that I like her so much.
Well, Wally and I concur on this one. Heavenly Pride, Shug McGahee's horse, looks like she may be the class of the year and is just a very impressive filly. She's had 2 races. She won by 9 in her first start, 7 in her second start. She's the horse I like the most. You mentioned Brian Mayberry and Sardula. One of the horses he's training in here is my second pick. This Stormcat filly is very, very quick. She won her maidens by 10, then won an allowance by 7.5, and was just beaten by Phone Chatter in a very tough race her last time out, the only time she hasn't won. Those are my 2 choices.
Brian has a way of winning with fillies as well.
Yes, he does, especially 2-year-olds.
Yes, he does.
All right, we're going to go for another Breeders' Cup moment, and we have that trivia question out there. There was 2 fillies that won the Breeders' Cup Sprint. Give me their name, 641-1759. Let's go now for another Breeders' Cup moment.
Breeders' Cup Championship moment. Hollywood Park was the site for the inaugural Breeders' Cup, and a capacity crowd witnessed a star-studded field in the first race, the $1 million Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Chief's Crown lived up to his billing as America's best 2-year-old with a determined drive to the wire. They're inside the final furlong, and here comes Chief's Crown on the outside. He's taken the lead, and a champion is crowned. Chief's Crown provided the first Breeders' Cup Championship moment.
The very first Breeders' Cup race, Chief's Crown, as he said, crowned the champion. Indeed, Chief's Crown was a champion, Wally.
Yes, he was. Was that Don Macbeth that rode that horse, just for the record?
I tell you what, we're going to have to go to a spot, and when we come back, I'll look that up for you. But we'll be back right after this commercial message, as soon as we can get our tape queued up back there for you. And Wally's going back to the archives for you.
Into the books.
And we'll be back with the answer to that and another trivia question and lots more. So stay tuned.
Whether it's after the show or before the races, there's no place you'd rather go than the Country Squire Diner on the Cardiff Circle. Hands-on management style combined with excellent food and service is always a winning trifecta.